Good morning, student. In our previous period, we completed up to that Mridu Mina Ravi talking about chappals that the beggar needed. Chappals, but how they could give to him. So now we moving further. Let's see what happened in the story. So let's start. He needs something on his feet, Mina said, her big eyes feeling. It's not fair. Eyes feeling meaning is given in our textbook with tears. Shh, said Ravi. I'm thinking about it. Blubbering, it's not fair, isn't going to help in 2 minutes. He will be frying his feet on that road. What he needs is a pair of chappals. So where do we get them? Come, let's search the house. He pushed Mridu and Mina into the house. So he needs something on his feet, Mina said, her big eyes filling with tears. It is not fair. Shh, Ravi said, I'm thinking about it. Blubbering, it means cry noisily and uncontrollably. It is not fair, isn't going to help. Ravi said that he needed a pair of chappals. Without the chappals, again that beggar will be typically in a shallow pain. So, where do we get them? Come, let's search the house. He pushed Mridu and Mina into the house. Just as she stepped into the veranda, Mridu's eyes fell on the odd-looking chappals she had noticed when she arrived. Ravi, she whispered to him, whose are those? So now they start finding chappals for beggar. So as she stepped into the veranda, Mridu's eyes fell on the odd-looking chappals she had noticed about it when she arrived. Ravi, she whispered to him, whose are those? She asked to Ravi, whose chappals are those? Ravi turned and glanced at the shabby-looking but sturdy old slippers. He beamed and nodded. These are just the right size, he said, picking them up. Mridu and Mina followed him nervously back into the garden. Ravi turned and glanced. Glanced means take a brief or hurried look. So Ravi turned and take a brief or hurried look at the shabby looking. It means poor condition through long use or lack of care. But sturdy old slippers. Sturdy means of a person or their body strongly and solidly built. So he beamed and nodded. Nodded means shine brightly and lower and raise one's head slightly and briefly, especially in greeting, assent or understanding, or to give someone a signal for support. So Ravi said, these are just right size. Picking them up, Mridu and Mina followed him nervously back into the garden. Here said Ravi to the beggar, dropping the slippers in front of the old man, wear these and don't come back. The beggar stared at the slippers hurriedly, flung his towel over his shoulder, pushed his feet into them, and left muttering a blessing to the children. In a minute he had vanished around the corner of the street. So after getting slippers, the chappals, Ravi dropping the slippers in front of the old man and said, "Wear this and don't come back." So the beggar stared at the slipper, hurriedly flung his towel over his shoulder. So hurriedly means a quickly or hasty manner, flung his towel, pushed his feet into them, and left muttering a blessing to the children. Muttering means a privately expressed expression of blessing to the children, and he had vanished around the cover of the street. Vanished means disappear suddenly and completely around the corner of the street. The music master came out of the house and took an unappreciative look. Unappreciative means disapproving look at the three of them sitting quietly under the tree playing marbles. Then he searched for his chappals in the veranda where he had put them. So the music master came out of the house and took an unappreciative, disapproving look. Means disapproving look at the three of them, Ravi, Mridu and Meena. They are sitting quietly under the tree playing marbles. Then he searched his chappals in the veranda where he had put them. Lalli, he called. After a few moments, she hurried up to him. "Have you seen my chappals?" "My dear, I remembered having kept them here." Ravi, Mridu and Meena silently watched Lalli and the music master search every corner of the veranda. He scurried around, looking over the railing and crouching near the flower pots to look between them. Brand new they were. "I went all the way to Mount Road to buy them," he went on saying. "They cost a whole month's fees, do you know?" So then after music master called Lalli and asked about chappals. "Have you seen? I remember having kept them here." So now Ravi, Mridu and Meena silently watched Lalli and the music master search every corner of the veranda. He scurried around means move hurriedly with a short quick steps. So as he music master and Lalli finding the chappals, so moved quickly, hurriedly with a short quick steps, looking over the railing and crouching. So music master said to Lalli, when they finding the chappals at that time, "The chappals were brand new. I went all the way to Mount Road to buy them, and cost of it was whole month fees. Do you know?" Soon Lalli went in to tell her mother. Rukumani appeared, looking harassed, with party following her. "Where could they be? It's really quite upsetting to think someone might have stolen them. So many vendors come to the door, worried party." So Lalli told to her mother Rukumani appeared looking harassed with Pati following her. Where could they be? Where were it gone? And thinking like that someone stolen or what, as so many vendors come to the door, so worried Pati. Rukumani caught sight to Ravi, Mridu and Meena sitting under the tree. Have you children? She began, and then seeing they were curiously quiet, went on more slowly. Seen anyone lurking around the veranda? A sharp V-shaped line had formed between her eyebrows. Another straight, tighter one appeared in a place of her usually soft, pleasant mouth. Rukumani was angry, thought Mridu with a shiver. She wouldn't be so upset if she knew about the poor beggar with sores on his feet. She tried to tell herself. So Rukumani see that Ravi, Mridu and Meena sitting under the tree. Then she began, have you children? And she began, have you seen anyone lurking around the veranda? Lurking means waiting quietly. So by looking towards the face of Rukumani, appearance like V-shaped line had formed between her eyebrows. Mridu said with a shiver. Rukumani was angry. She wouldn't be so upset if she knew about the poor beggar with sores. Sores means a raw of painful place on the body. So she wouldn't be so upset if she knew about the poor beggar, about the painful feet, the pain on his feet. She tried to tell herself. Taking a deep breath, she cried, Rukumani, there was a beggar here, poor thing. He had such boils on his feet. So said Rukumani grimly, turning to Ravi, you give the music master's chappal to that old beggar who turns up here. Children these days crown party. Amma, didn't you tell me about Karna who gave away everything he had, even his gold earrings? He was so kind and generous. So then she, taking a deep breath, she cried, Rukumani, there was a beggar here. Who? Mridu. So Mridu said then after, poor, he had such boils on his feet. So Rukumani said grimly. Grimly means in a very serious or gloomy, depressing manner. Rukumani said to Ravi, means turning to Ravi, and said, you gave the music master's chappals to beggar. Children these days ground pati, that means make a deep, inarticulate sound conveying pain, disappear or pleasure. Amma, didn't you tell me about Karna who gave away everything he had, even his gold earrings? Silly, snapped Rukumani. Karna didn't give away other people's things. He only gave away his own. But my chappals wouldn't have fitted the beggar's feet. Ravi rushed brashly on. And Amma, if they did fit, would you really not have minded? Ravi said Rukumani, very angry now, go inside this minute. So now, after listening that Mridu says about that the beggar appear there, and then after Rukumani turned very in a serious manner towards Ravi and asked about Chappals, that you gave the music master's Chappals to beggar, and then after, Amma, didn't you tell me about Khan who gave away everything he had, even his gold earrings? He was so kind and generous. Then Rukumani say, it's a silly you talking about. Karna didn't give away other people's thing. He only gave away his own things, because the Chappals which was missed out, it's music master's chappal. Then how can we give that chappals to someone else? But my chappals wouldn't have fitted the beggar's feet. Ravi rushed brashly on. And Amma, if they did fit. So Ravi said that my chappals wouldn't have fitted the beggar's feet. And if it's fitted also, for imagine if it's fitted, then would you have not minded? Ravi said, Rukumani, very angry now, go inside this minute. And then after Rukumani, with the full angerness, said, go inside this minute. She hurried indoors and brought out Gopu Mama's hardly worn new chappals. They should fit you, sir. So she hurried go inside and brought Gopu Mama's hardly worn, means which is not worn too many times, hardly worn new chappals. This should fit you, sir. Please put this on, and gave the chappals to music master, that you wear this. I'm so sorry, my son has been very naughty. The music master's eyes lit up. He put them on, trying not to look too happy. So music master is not happy to trying them that chappals. Well, I suppose this will have to do. These days children have no respect for elders. What to do? A Hanuman incarnate. Incarnate means embodied in a human form. Only Ram can save such a naughty fellow. So now music master saying that these days children have no respect for elders, and what to do. Then music master talk about Hanuman, that incarnate only Ram can save such a naughty fellow. So Rukumani's eyes flashed. Flash means shine in a bright but a brief, sudden or intermittent way. Then she didn't seem to like Ravi being called a monkey, even a holy monkey. She stood stiff and straight by the front door. It was clear she wanted him to leave quickly. So after looking towards the Rukumani's behave or their body language, now music master comes to know that now it was clear she wanted him to leave quickly. When he had clattered off, gone off noisily in his new chappals, she said, Mridu, come in. So now after when the music master gone, so she said, Mridu, come in and have some tiffin honestly. How do you children think of such things? Thank God your Gopu Mama doesn't wear his chappals to work. As she walked towards the kitchen with Mridu and Meena, she suddenly began to laugh. Then after she also started laughing when she went to the kitchen. But he is always in such a hurry to throw off his shoes and socks and get into his chappal. So as soon as he comes home, what's your mama going to say this evening when I tell him I gave his chappals to the music master? Then after she said that but he needed his chappal because he in such a hurry he always throw off his shoes and socks and get into his chappal. So what I answered when he asked me about his own chappals, and if I tell him I gave his chappals to the music master, then what's your mama's going to say this evening? So the story is Vasant Surya from Mridu in Madras. Goruchakka turns up. So Srin, today the story is completed. I hope now you all are clear with the story. In the next video, we will doing further. In this period, I stop here. We will meet in the next video. Till then, take care of yourself. Read out the story once again. Thank you. Goodbye.